Alright guys, so continuing on with the idea of punching from our feet. Last time we worked on punching with our straight punches from our feet, so we had our jab here, turn our heel out, and we had our cross here. Now, when we start moving into our hooks, our lead hand hook and our rear side hook, we want our punch to go across our target. So we don't want our punch to go this way. A lot of the time when we're thinking about punching from our feet, and we're going to do our jab, we push off of our back foot and we step into our jab, and we don't turn at all. That's okay, but when you come to your hook, you don't want to make your hook go harder this way. You want to make your hook go harder this way by enhancing it with your feet. So for that reason, it's incorrect to step forward and leave our foot like that and then hook this way. And we're not helping it from our feet. So throwing this lead hook without moving this front foot is incorrect, in the same way that throwing this rear cross without moving my back foot is incorrect. This is going to send me off balance. I am taking away, I'm robbing myself of some of the power and some of the torque that I could be putting on it. And also it's carrying my upper half this way, and it's taking away my ability to defend myself from anything on this side, or either side really, because I'm placing all my weight onto the rear side and I'm not going to be able to defend anything. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that nice boxing stance, and when I throw this front hook, I'm going to leave the ball of my lead foot on the floor, and I'm going to turn my heel out this way. You guys see how my hip and shoulder just went through my punch? So at the same time that I turn my heel, I'm going to bring my hand out and a letter C. If I was looking at it from the ceiling, it would make a letter C. And I'm going to hook through the jaw of my opponent or through the pad or the bag, whatever I'm hitting. So at the same time that my heel turns, I hook, back, and back. Hook, back. Hook, boom, and back. Side note, this doesn't have to do with making sure that you're punching from your feet, but on this lead side hook, we see a lot of time people dropping their hand like that, making this upside down circle thing. So this you want to be careful with, because even if you're punching properly from your foot, when you lower your hand like this, that's a very quick punch for your opponent. So if this is your lead side, if you have the same stance, this is the side that your opponent's got their power hand on. So the split second that you lower your hand like this to throw that long hook, you open yourself up for that straight shot. So instead, keep your hand up high and just come out this way and through. Hook and reset. Hook and reset. Now on our rear side hook, instead of coming straight out with this, we're going to come this way. Now when I turn, I can turn a little more, because I don't want to enhance my punch's trajectory this way. I want to enhance my punch's trajectory that way. So I might turn this much to get it pumping forward, and I might turn a little more to turn through a hook. Bow. If I try to do my rear hand hook without punching from my foot, it's really going to carry my shoulders and my balance off axis. So as I try to throw this, if I don't move my rear foot and I try to throw a hook here, see how off balance I end up over here? So lifting this heel and turning it with your punch, leading your punch that way, is going to help you maintain balance, and it's going to enhance your power and your torque of your punch. So the rear hand hook, I'm going to turn my heel, my rear heel, and my hook's going to follow that and reset. Okay? Hook, boom, and reset. Hook, boom, and reset. Right, so now I'm on the bag here, I'm going to work some of those hooks. So with the example, now I have a target. Instead of stepping forward from here and then just hooking where my foot's at, I'm going to turn my heel to enhance my balance and my power and torque. So from the stance here, I'm going to turn my heel out, hook, okay? And then on the rear side, I'm going to turn my heel, because if I try to hook from here, I'm going to be smoked. I'm going to be way off balance. Okay? So I'm going to turn that rear heel and hook. Okay? Lead hook, boom, and rear hook, boom, and reset. Okay? Let your punches come out of your feet. Hook, and hook, boom, and reset. Okay? If I start working it with the jab cross from last week, then I'm jab, cross, hook, hook, and reset. See all those punches come out of my feet? Jab, cross, hook, hook, and reset. Side note, as you're on balance better, it's also going to help you keep your off hand up and your punching side shoulder up. So in other words, if I leave my feet where they're at and I try to punch from here, jab, when I go to throw this hand wants to come down because my shoulders are now leaning. But if I turn my rear foot, then this hand returns to my face. So if I go here, I can still, if I put my mind to it, I can keep this up. But why bother when this is so much easier? So I can jab, cross, hook, hook, and reset. Every punch coming out of my feet. And reset. And reset. Punch from your feet, great thing to keep in mind. It's good for you. Cup and cut.